Previously on Heroes and Hotdogs. Faced with two hellish dire wolves, our heroes decided to stand and fight in the hopes of earning their freedom. They misjudged the fight, and things began to go sour very quickly. The monk was ripped to shreds and perished before the cleric could reach him. In a rage, their floating little friend attacked and met the same fate. As the rest made a break for the portal, the monk and the animal companion were reformed using the flowers the small gnome man on the unicycle gave to them. They both managed to escape the portal behind the rest of the party, dire wolves nipping at their heels. They then entered the inky blackness of space and witnessed two deities battling it out amongst the stars for their souls. As the musical battle raged, it was revealed that Ames was one of the two deities known as the Resonator. His goal was to stop the Deep Echo from reforging the world in fire, a world fit only for Warforged and none others. Ames, or the Resonator, told them to find and destroy the dark crystals in Terria in order to stop Deep Echo's plans. Our heroes were pulled into the world they once came from and remembered more about their past, and thus we entered Chapter 2, The Mad Plaid King. All right, so that's our recap on what happened on the last episode here.
By the way, I do congratulate you on some of the stuff that you did there with all the music theme and the deep echo
thank you.
and the resonator.
how Deep Echo is literally just dubstep, right? Because it's bass, right? Deep Echo is bass.
Well, and wait, did you just watch The Dark Crystal recently?
I have not watched The Dark Crystal.
Oh, I
possibly ever. I don't know.
Oh.
I get that and Labyrinth confused because they're basically the same.
Okay.
I'll be honest. Yeah. Okay, so let me find my new notes here. Okay, so I need to I have a collection of images for you guys to pair with these things, unlike last time. So I need to find, where is it? There it is. Okay, so I want RR1. Okay.
Is this stuff you're going to be putting in the map that exists?
These are images of the location you're in.
Well, I just mean, is it going to be on Roll20?
No, I'm putting it in Discord.
Okay.
Gets easier to reference. I don't think I don't want to put it as like a map and all that stuff. No. Okay, so upon entering and appearing on the surface world, you kind of just out into the overworld, and you're struck instantly by the fact that it's the first time you've seen sunlight in a long time. You just realize that you haven't seen the sun in a very long time. You can't actually remember the sun really too much. You remember your past, but you don't remember everything about your past, right? You don't remember tons of specific memories, especially like if it's also been a very long time. So you you see the sun for the first time, and it's coming in down through the trees and some stonework, and you feel the wind, and it's not hot and dry anymore, and the colors are not just red and orange everywhere. And you also haven't been out in the open in general in a long time. You've been trapped basically in a never-ending dungeon underground for you don't know how long. It felt like months, possibly years. So you cannot actually remember the last time. It's been a long time, but it feels great to get some fresh air finally. And you look around and you appear to be in an old ruined castle. There are tattered banners around with Cheelins, which you recognize from the battle between the Resonator and Deep Echo, as the Resonator's spirit animal, basically. But there are Cheelins there's some tattered banners along the walls, and there's a large arch that it's just visible. On top of it, you can read the Resonator's Respite in big letters. It's not much else is legible on like the stonework around here. It's pretty broken down, but that is what you see. What do you do?
So do we see? You said we saw these Cheelins. I don't remember what a Cheelin is anymore.
A Cheelin is a half horse, half dragon.
And these are pictures, or we actually see half
No,
orc, half
they're
Finnegans?
on these banners draped around almost like war banners or uh like chapel banners.
But they're
Um,
images of them, or they actually are
they're
them?
no. They're cloth banners that have
Okay,
this
got it.
painted
Okay.
on them. Yes, and they're tattered and worn. There's only like one or two that are actually like still legible. Most of them are like half or less, and very faded. It's also very overgrown. Um, and yeah, this had not been in use for quite some time, and something definitely happened here. Uh, there appeared, there's definitely like holes in the wall here and there, like where there might have been like siege weapons or something. There's scorch marks on some of the things, but it's been you estimate decades, if not more, since then. So it's well overgrown and kind of like dirtied up by now. So
Oh, and where is our Finnegan right now? How is he not?
right,
I mean,
so
what are we doing with him?
right, sorry. So yeah, it's a good question. So Nomad, you look around and you see, Vert. Are you going by We Weaver? What are you going by?
You can go with Weaver or WE, whichever you want.
Okay. You see Weaver next to you, and you both kind of like fell, like a foot or two, out of the air, and kind of like plumping your butts a bit there, little unceremoniously, especially after all that hoopla. And you see Weaver, but you don't see Finnegan, and you don't see Marcus.
Oh.
What about the bunny?
The bunny rabbit is there, yes,
And my cat.
and your cat, yeah, he's your familiar, so he comes with you wherever you go.
What about my
Okay.
dog?
You don't have a dog.
Oh,
Just seeing how far you can push it, right?
There's actually a large sign that says "No dogs." It's weird. Apparently, there's no dogs in this world at all now, and it's all your fault.
okay. I'm cool with that.
Okay. So Nomad's going to shout, um, um, Finnegan, Finnegan, where are you?
Is that a built-in echo?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I'm just shouting multiple
Yeah,
times.
yeah. It echoes a bit, and you disturb some birds. They kind of fly off into the sky that were nearby, and yeah, you don't get a response.
I forgot. How did we get to this place? Was it teleportation, or do we like fall from the sky and land, or?
You got
Portal?
teleported, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you.
A few feet above the surface, and then we plopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You blacked out. Like it's very possible that you did fall from the sky, but you don't know because you blacked out on the way down. You were being sucked into this world, though. Last you saw, and then you blacked out.
Okay, so Nomad's gonna talk to Weaver. Hey, Weaver, are you okay?
I believe so.
Well,
I
it's
don't
so
feel
bright
broken.
out. Okay, it's so bright out here. Is it bright to you? I can't hardly see.
Do I have built-in dimmers? Can I have built-in dimmers?
I don't think so. No.
We have dark
Uh,
vision. Do we have bright vision?
It's called sunglasses, I think. You don't have any of those installed in your face, I don't think, that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Oh,
Then yeah, it's pretty bright.
it smells so nice. Can you smell?
I can
Do you have
detect that there
smellers?
are smells, and that they are
Okay.
pleasant.
Are you? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how humanish you were.
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
I haven't been human, so I can't quite compare.
Oh, well, does this breeze, the gentle breeze, and the smell of the water stream, the clouds, doesn't that make you feel wonderful?
It does, especially seeing how we were surrounded by hell moments ago.
It was hell, literally.
It was literally. Ah, so who do you think who do you think the spy is? Do you think maybe Finnegan was the spy?
I really don't know. I might even be the spy. I might be confusing myself.
Do you think you're a spy?
I don't know. How would I know if I was a spy?
I think you would know, wouldn't you?
What if I'm one of those sleeper agents and I haven't been woken up yet?
Oh, that's possible. Cause do you have any programming in you, like a robot would, or
I
are you?
mean, I remember about 6 years of my life, and then I don't know how
Okay.
long it's been since those 6 years. Anything could have happened in then.
Wow. Yeah. And what about Marcus? Do you think Marcus is a spy?
Well, he knows a lot about basket weaving.
Definitely a spy then.
Oh, more than you too, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually really hoping he'll teach me once I fix his leg.
Oh, that's right. You have a leg fixer now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to like wait for these guys to pop into existence, or do you want to like hunt or
Well,
look around?
maybe they got here before us. Maybe we should go exploring, see if there's a village nearby. Maybe they're down at an inn.
Oh, yeah. Let's yeah. Or what about these ruins? Do you think these ruins are worth checking out at all?
Probably.
Boy, it looks like there's a lot of them. How are we going to do that? I guess we'll just start wandering around. Do you want
Should
to
probably
split
stick
up? Do you
together,
want
see
to?
now we're
Yeah, okay, let's.
confused and have no idea
Yeah,
what's going on.
okay, let's stick together. Yeah, so we're gonna. So let's wander around. Um, I'm not sure
Okay.
how to tell you where we're gonna go because we just have
No,
this little
you
picture
get
here.
no.
So
You can just say we're gonna go keep looking further in. That's fine. Uh,
okay.
I have more content. That's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I need to readjust according to order though. Now that Finnegan's not here though. Hold on.
Hmm.
Uh, eh,
Finnegan's
it's
initiative is no
fine.
longer relevant.
It's fine. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna do
By
this
the
one
way, do
next.
we need to do we like need to eat sometime? Or how does that work?
Uh,
Or don't we bother in this world?
so you do have rations in your backpack. Basically, food only comes into play if you're going to be gone for an extended period of time where there's
Okay.
nothing to forage. It's assumed that you forage for nuts, berries.
Okay.
You maybe you hunt a little bit on the side.
So we don't have to pick up water from the stream or anything, right?
No resource. I mean, if you guys want to turn this into an actual resource management game, we can do that. But it's not natively a huge part of
No.
D&D.
That's fine. That's
There are
fine.
rules for that though, if you wish to do that.
Well, I guess if there's a case where we need to think about it, you will tell us then, I
Yeah,
assume.
basically
So.
the go-to DM answer is basically it doesn't matter until you're in a desert.
Is that right?
Right,
Okay.
like or if you decided to
Right.
go dungeon delving for like a month and then like yeah no uh you need
Uh-huh.
food for that. Yeah.
Food for that. Okay.
Or and food doesn't come into play if you have NPCs do need to eat. So fair warning about that. Like if you have a ship's
Oh.
crew, you need to feed them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right, if you
Mhm.
have like a companion that's with you, for a long time, they need to eat as well. So
Mhm. Mhm.
uh but anyways, so you guys are gonna explore a little bit further in,
Yep. We'll explore.
and you go a bit let's see what direction it's gonna be. uh the main direction looks like that seems to be like where things head is forwards, which is under that big archway.
In the
Everything else
middle.
looks in the middle. It looks kind of hard to navigate around some of the rubble on the other sides.
Okay.
And the archway seems to lead towards something else you can see in the distance. You go down some stairs a bit, winding around some dense undergrowth, and you come out into another area, and you see a large hall, which appears to be possibly a chapel, paired with a cemetery. And the ceiling is entirely missing, and it's very overgrown, like most of the ruins right now. Um, and then there's a whole bunch of gravestones with writing on them,
Hmm.
and with different names and whatnot, which you could read if you wish. And yeah, there's more of those banners in the background that have the Cheelans, and there's some sort of pedestal, like a pulpit almost. And there's what looks like the base of several statues, but it's basically just a base now. Like the rest of it, like the actual statues, have been demolished a long time ago. There's some rubble nearby,
Mhm.
but yeah.
So I'd say we need to go and look at the names and dates or whatever it is on the tombstones.
Okay. Where did I put my thing? Hold on. Sorry. Where did? Okay. So there's a couple of things here. There's not all of them are legible. A lot of them have been fallen over, or have been worn down. But there's a couple you can read. For instance, you can read "Here lies Big Benson. Didn't bring his 10-foot pole and paid the price." And you can read. Let's see, find another one here. I've written down. Where did I put that? Hold on. Here lies Tom. Final words. There's no way that door could be a mimic. And there's one especially large tombstone.
Let's go check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that one. It's about 10 feet tall. And at the very top is written "Here lies Darwin. Final words. Dwarves suck." It's 10 feet up, so it can't be read by any dwarves or gnomes.
So Weaver, can you read what that says up there? I can't read it. I'm not tall
I can't.
enough.
Here, I'll just pick you up.
Oh. Dwarves suck. Well, I'm not a dwarf, so I guess I don't care.
There's another one lower to the ground that just says, "If you can read this, you're too close to death." And let's see.
So, just curious, doesn't Weaver have some spell that can like raise the dead or something weird like that?
He doesn't have a Revivify currently. That's for corpses. He can keep you from 100% dying, but he can't like actually raise corpses.
Okay. Just
not at the moment.
That
no.
seemed a little powerful for
first level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple other ones, but they are pretty kind of smudged.
Do we smell anything?
Do you smell anything? You smell. It smells like soil, and it smells of almost like that rainforesty smell of like those deep, like dense trees that are like the wet forest, right? And you can smell the ocean as well, pretty prominently now. Now that you've gone a little bit further in this direction.
Can we hear the waves?
Yeah, you can slightly hear some waves nearby that are crashing along some rocks.
Okay, I want to go up to that pedestal that you were talking about.
Okay.
Right, there's some pedestal.
Yeah.
Tell me about it again.
It appears to be some sort of like pulpit, basically. It is, a large stone pillar, and at the top is like a platform, like what you put like books or something on and you read off of, for chapels or for like town halls, like papers and whatnot. There's nothing on it right now. There appears to be a stain mark where there appears to have been a open book for a very long time that was kept there for quite some time, such that the stone around it is a different color than what was there before, but there's no book there now.
Is the pulpit facing the tombstones?
Yeah. So in front of the tombstones, there's an empty area as well, and some broken pieces of wood. So you surmise that maybe that there was like some chairs or some pews or something that were there. And there also is some remnants of some rubble behind that. So there might have been a low or tall wall separating the actual tombstones from this area. It's all been broken down now, so it's hard to tell kind of like where the rooms were separated anymore. Kind of all blends together now.
Okay. Well, I want to walk up to the pedestal or the pulpit and just look around it really closely. Do I see anything extra by looking at it closely?
You see the Qilin symbol engraved underneath it, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty uh, plain pulpit, which is actually fairly interesting considering that there is some fairly elaborate stonework done across the entire
Yeah.
area here. Most of it's run down and kind of you can't tell anymore, but you can tell that there at one point there definitely was a good amount of work done. Some pretty good craftsmanship. So this being more of a simple thing, a simple design is interesting. Uh, it may you suspect it might have something to do with the fact that it was you know maybe it is more more respectful for for the graves and whatnot, not to be as ornate and gaudy. Uh, since some of the other designs in that area as well towards the gravestones are also more simple in nature.
Mm-hmm. Um, wow. Let's see. And the statues themselves that don't have, you said they were statues, but there's nothing there now.
You can tell that there's a statue base, like a large circular base, and then there's what appears to be like there's a little bit of like feet left, basically.
Are there
But that's
any titles or anything on the bottom of the statue saying what they are?
nope, nope.
Okay. No. What do you think, Weaver? You think we should keep going, or you want to investigate more around here?
It wouldn't hurt to look around a little bit and like the nooks and
Oh.
crannies, see what's.
Look in the rubble. Maybe there's something in the rubble.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is around. We're just gonna look around more.
Is there anything like on a windowsill or maybe
No,
near
not
the
really.
stairs, under the stairs?
Not that you can see. There appears to be, you don't really know what you're looking for. I mean, there's like it's just a lot of broken down stonework and a lot of like overgrowth. There's doesn't appear to be any like items or anything just lying around. It does appear to have been picked fairly clean, for the most part.
What years did it say on the tombstones, by the way?
That's a good question, actually.
Are there years in this world?
uh, I'm not gonna give you numbers because that locks me into a timeline. And I don't have that established right now. But I will say that the tombstones range quite a bit in years. They appear to span several hundred years. So this appears to have been in place for quite a long time before its destruction, and service people for quite a good chunk of time.
Okay.
So, Nomad is going to go up to the tombstones and take out some paper and some pencils and do the thing where you rub the
Okay.
like charcoal against the
some etchings.
pencils to some etchings and stuff. So because he likes to collect stuff like that,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so he's
You
gonna
don't
do
have
that.
you don't have a Polaroid, so.
No, I don't have a Polaroid. That's right. So he's gonna take a Polaroid, the equivalent of a Polaroid. Let's see, what else would he do? How's this work? Since he just leveled up, he's got a new spell or two. How do I explain that I have a new spell or two? I mean,
You don't. You don't.
Okay.
Not this way. You will later on not have to explain it, but for this, basically, essentially the resonator gave it to you. We'll say that.
Oh, right. Okay. So Weaver, I just have this really desire here because of this all these capabilities that I'm learning here. I just want to try out one of these spells. So I'm just gonna try it out. It's called Reckless Casting. And I'm gonna just cast it on that rubble over there. Because I just want to see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, so you show Weaver some notations in your spell book that you had around with you the whole time, and there is some gold writing in your book that was not written by you, and it has the listing of this spell in there that you assume was given to you by the resonator. So
right. So
Do you have any idea at all what it does?
Actually, what do I know?
I mean, you have you'll
I have
you'll
the whole
have the whole description. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, oh, it's agree. Perfect. Okay, good.
Hi.
I finally
Um,
arrived.
Don't worry, we only killed you twice already.
Yeah.
All right.
And we committed you
Wait.
to. And you're, by the way, you are now engaged to an ugly dwarf. No, not really.
Man.
Male-
Ugly dwarf
male-
man.
That's
Male
right.
or female?
Neither. You can't. We couldn't tell.
Androgynous.
It was that bad.
Neither.
And Marcus is your
Do
best
they-
man.
Do they at least have a beard?
Also, degree, you are not here yet. So,
Oh. Okay.
Just-
Well. Okay.
you're
Bye
not-
then.
I mean, you can
No.
hang out. I'm just.
Oh, jeez.
I'm saying your character has not missed anything either, because your character hasn't done anything yet. They have not been a part of any of this yet, so you wouldn't know that this has happened anyways.
Oh.
So
Well. I guess. Okay.
I'll introduce you in like 5 minutes. So,
I guess I'll just.
I will say okay. So, Nomad, as you're explaining this to Weaver and showing him the inscription in your book, out of basically nowhere, it looks like a what's it called? A paper airplane flies at you and lands on your open book.
Cool.
And you open it up and look at it, and you're just like, what the heck? And it's a flyer, and it's a flyer for Radovan the Wizard Lawyer. And it says all you have to do is say his name 3 times, and he'll appear, and he will grant clarity on the wording used of any spell. He's also going to be used if you believe a magical loophole has occurred, and you take justice in a legal sense in the magical world. So basically, you can call on Radovan if you wish to know, in game, if you wish to know the specifics of a spell, and the DM will answer for you. And this can be used whenever you want, at all, in
That's
the middle
clever.
of combat, whatever. And if you think that a spell was used against you incorrectly, you can also apply to Radovan and try and sell your case to Radovan.
Okay, so basically, if I don't understand a spell, rather than asking you, I say Radovan, and
Yes.
you will appear and explain it.
Yes, indeed.
And is this only work for spells or other rules too?
What would
It's just
Radovan
spells.
sound like in that accent though?
What?
What accent?
Radovan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I gotta say it with the accent. Right? And is it only me that can do this, or can the other guys do it too?
It's just you.
You have
Okay.
a coupon.
Well, it's a flyer, so I mean, like, sure.
Anybody in the universe could do that then.
Radovan
His
is really
services
busy.
are available for everybody. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, he's a wizard lawyer, so I mean, like, he will have insight into other
Okay.
things, but he specializes in wizards
Okay. All right.
because your stuff is so complicated.
Okay. So
You don't need to use it now. I'm just
Right. Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay. So I'm gonna cast the spell,
Mhm.
and I guess I'll explain it to Weaver. So Weaver, this is a spell which is very random. It's from the school I went to. It's very the school really likes random spells and doing random things. It kind of prides itself in that, and so I'm going to cast this spell because I've never used one before. I just want to see how it works and just kind of get used to it a little bit. So I'm just gonna cast it and see what happens.
Okay.
So
I will be standing over here behind something, like a
yeah,
tombstone.
I think that's a very good idea. I think I
find
might
out,
too.
find that large like 10-foot tombstone I have behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stand behind it too and just flare. I have to use my ring, right?
Yep.
My focus to do this. So I use my ring and I put it out and say, voila,
That's just your casting
walla,
spells.
walla, 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 Washington, walla, walla. There you go. There's my casting. So there you go. All right. So
This has been Casting with Nomad. Tune in next week to see him explode everything to high heaven. All right, so how does your
Okay, so
You're resolved.
I gotta find roll 20 thing here because I gotta roll a d10,
Okay.
and it is a
Oh, I see
5.
that. And so 5 is poison spray, correct?
Poison spray. So I don't know what poison spray
Oh,
does.
you were doing cantrip, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Yes.
I'm saying you were rolling for a cantrip. You're not,
Yes,
you,
I
you Can
was.
do this, you can do this at first, second, and third level.
Yes, but if
okay.
I do it but if I do a first level, I actually use up a spell slot.
Yeah,
so
you
I don't
do.
wanna
I was surprised. Okay, so poison spray. Hang on, I will pull that up real quick. Spells.
Because I don't think mine.
And
I
you
don't
were
think
pointed at the.
at the rubble.
Well, you said you were pointing at the tombstone. So you said.
Oh,
So-
okay. We'll do it at tombstone. Fine.
So this is you're gonna be pointed at the. Oh, which one? The one about the guy who died because of the mimic.
Yeah, sure. Tom.
That one. Yeah, Tom. So let's see. You well, it can't. It auto fails a Constitution saving throw. So roll 1d12.
1d12. Okay. I forget the syntax here. The slash roll.
Yeah, slash roll 1d12.
1.
Slash roll space
Just a
1d12.
moment for me.
Got it. A 1.
A 1? Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. So you extend your hand out with the ring, and a puff of noxious gas kind of just farts out of your palm. You just go, and it wafts over towards the tombstone, and it kind of like corrodes it a bit, and kind of like makes it a little more. I mean, it was already kind of garbage looking, but it looks even worse now than it was.
Okay.
You feel a little bad because it's kind of a little desecration happening here, but yeah, that's what happens.
Well, that wasn't very exciting. I think I'm going to try it again. I can do it again, right?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again and see what happens.
You're all day
go.
just farting at rocks. All right.
right.
I love it. All right. Meanwhile, Weaver's like.
Keep going.
Easily entertained.
You
So
made the
I wish I
fart
knew
here.
how to do.
Roll 1d10.
So 1d10. Okay, so I wave my hand and I say, "This one is for Weaver. I am casting my random spell. Here we go. Woo woo woo." And it's a 7.
All right.
7
Shocking
says
grasp.
shocking grasp.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. Grasp?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
because you're not touching anything, so that's gonna be
I
interesting
know.
for you. This is gonna
Yeah.
resolve interesting. Because this is a touch spell. So
Well,
it's not gonna do damage because you're not.
I am probably leaning against that big thing.
Yeah, your left hand is touching it's when you're hiding behind, right, by
that
another
pedestal
larger
thing.
pedestal. Okay, the
Right.
pedestal.
The big thing.
So yeah, okay. So roll 1d8.
1d8. I think this is it. 5.
5. Okay.
5.
You're holding out your right hand towards the tombstone, but your left hand glows with electricity and shoots out bolts of electricity into the pedestal you're touching, and you kind of jump back in alarm, and it's a bit singed, and the exact spot you're holding has a bit of a chunk out of it now.
Oh, okay. Ow, 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 ow.
Well, that's a
Okay, I
bit
don't-
concerning. Please don't hold my hand while you do that.
So I learned a little bit, didn't I?
Indeed.
Be careful what you're touching when you cast these spells.
All
Okay.
right. So I'm gonna get Diggory into here. So I'm gonna move you guys along a little bit here.
Yep.
So I need my RR3. Okay.
Am I running on the assumption that we're just using app 20 to roll dice now?
We will do more later on. I have a map in there right now.
Okay, well,
Um,
right now, okay.
yeah, I already have a map in there. So there is something planned. I don't think we're gonna get to it. We'll see. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. So you guys can, you messed around a little bit with some spells and looked around again, but you remember that you probably should find Finnegan, and maybe Marcus. You don't care much about Marcus, but you probably should find Finnegan.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So-
So just so you know, Marcus is not with us yet, or maybe at all.
So you move further along, and you come to, hang on, the remains of a structure with large pillars and what appears to be a pool, a circular pool in the middle of it. And as you approach it, you can see that it's glowing and bubbling. And everybody, well, Weaver and Nomad roll investigation.
Investigation. Hold on.
Why is my roll 20 lagged out? Hold on. I need to reload. I think my roll 20 died. That's kind of annoying.
Oh.
My internet died? No, I'm on Discord.
No, you can't. No, we can hear you.
Okay. Hold on. What's going on?
Oh, you have a -1 for investigation?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to say I got distracted by a basket or something.
What? The cat box is so loud.
Sorry. I know.
What is that?
It's not cat box.
Oh, it just does it all the time?
Yeah.
I've just never heard it before yesterday.
Yeah. It's been louder recently. I probably need to clean it actually, like the mechanism. Okay, so I didn't see what you got. You got 4, Bird?
Yep.
Yeah, and I got 10.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Weaver just looks down into the water and just goes bubbles, 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 bubbles,
Bubbles.
bubbles. Nomad, you see that there is some sort of mechanical-looking arm moving about down there, and with large needles, and they're releasing a material and creating something. Yeah. You want
Okay,
110.
Is the
It's-
arm
it's-
disattached arm, or it's attached to somebody who just can't
it's
see it?
attached to the wall somewhere. So it's under there. I mean, out of the wall, into the pool. It's underwater. It's hard to see anything through the mark in the bubbles for either of you. But as you both are just kind of peering down close into it, Finnegan, the last thing you remember is being sucked through space and into the material plane, and then you blacked
the
out.
best plane.
And you wake up underwater.
Not the best
Ooh.
place to wake up.
And there's a bright light surrounding you, and there are 2 mechanical arms next to you that have giant needles on them. What are you doing?
I don't want to get strogified. What do I don't.
No,
I know!
we don't see this, right?
No,
I
you can't
panic-
see far enough,
I panic and I scream.
and you
Well,
drown
I'm
then.
You die for the 50th time. Is anything moving, or am I simply just underwater?
You are underwater on your back, and kind of just suspended in this liquid. And
But-
the arms were moving over you and are now pulling back into the wall.
So I guess let's reach up, see if there's a surface within breathing distance.
Okay. So are you just gonna reach up or are you gonna swim?
I'm gonna reach up. I don't know how deep. You just said I'm in water. I don't know how deep it is.
Yeah, you're pretty far down. You
Oh,
see
well, yeah, most definitely swim.
several feet up for sure. Is okay. So you swim to the surface.
Usually when I take a bath, drowning isn't in the equation.
And you come out and you almost bonk heads with Nomad.
Oh.
And all right, what are you guys doing?
So is he on
Finnegan.
shore, or do we have to pull him?
Hi.
I mean, he's holding on. He's certainly holding on to the edge of this pool.
Okay. So
What are you doing down there, Finnegan?
okay, Nomad's gonna start trying to pull him out.
Okay. All right. You are very little. But yeah, he doesn't need a ton of help to get out. All right, so Finnegan gets out of
Yes.
the
I'd
of
like to not
the
be
pool.
in water. I don't like it too much.
And Finnegan, you feel different.
Uh-oh.
You
That's
definitely
not
feel-
saying much considering I was dead last week.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like your body's been through an ordeal. It feels similar to as when you were reformed by the flower. Um,
So I
You
did
noticed
die.
that-
You guys weren't kidding.
yeah, yeah.
Oh goodness.
We didn't know,
So-
but yeah.
Yeah. So your body was actually destroyed entirely, and uh, y- you feel like you are in a different body now.
What? Oh my god. I'd ask if my face looks different, but the mask.
Yeah, you look the same, but you do look less weathered, and less dinged up. You had a bunch of scars, and not like a
understatement it.
ton, but you have had some scars, and you had like a bad finger, and like one of your knuckles was bad, that you had punched something the wrong way when you were training.
Yeah, brick walls won't punch themselves, guys.
Yeah, that wasn't a great plan, and you messed up your finger. But you notice now that your finger
That brick
is
had it coming. All right.
your finger is now fine, and that's no longer a problem, and your scars are gone as well.
You're renewed.
can you guys fix my diabetes while you're at it?
Sure, that's the minimum requirements you have for D&D. Diabetes, and yes, sticker.
Diabetes and diabetes.
So, as you guys stand now over this pool, you hear a whirling noise, and
I'm going to walk slightly away from yonder pool.
the pool lights up again.
I'm definitely going to get a little bit away from the pool.
And you hear some mechanical sounds.
I absolutely do not want to be near
Yeah,
this
it's
pool.
time to run away.
And nothing happens. But you can hear, and you see that the arms are getting back to work. They are doing something else.
But we really can't tell what they're doing.
Roll investigation.
Okay. I think I have a positive modifier to mine. Oh wait, so does Nomad. He just had a bad roll.
Yeah.
I did better
Oh, you had to say roll.
than you.
So I got 11. Oh, there we go.
Wait, you rolled a 6. How does that? Oh wait, no, that's
Because
He
I
has
got a
plus
5 modifier.
dang.
I was worried I didn't have food, but I do have fruit punch. What?
Okay, so those are all your current rolls, right? 13, 11, 12.
Yeah, modified.
Okay. Hang on. So, yeah. So you guys see that it is you all peer down into this pool, and you see that it is making something. You decide to watch it for a bit. So it doesn't appear to be coming for you or doing anything hostile. You watch it for a bit, and you can see a fedora being formed.
Like a Trilby fedora or like a 40s fedora?
I don't know what a trilby fedora means.
A trilby is what you see the neckbeards wearing these days. A 40 is
Oh,
a
no,
good
no.
one.
Like this is definitely like a 90s.
A
40s
proper
fedora.
Dick Tracy fedora. All right.
Yeah. Which you should recognize.
I can guess, but I don't. Oh my goodness! I think I know. I think I remember who wears this.
Does Marcus have a fedora?
He does.
Mm-hmm. I usually don't think about it because I don't want to look at him.
But it appears to be going very slow. So I mean, you guys can hang out, or you can come back later.
We're 3D printing a goblin.
What?
No.
What? This is weird. Was the same thing happening with Finnegan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, how about
didn't
we leave a note for Marcus and tell him where we're going?
I don't
Okay.
have any writing utensils. That's on you two.
I
Also,
do.
where are we
also,
going?
also, you do, but you're wet.
Yeah, I'm also excruciatingly wet. And on top of that, I just got here. Where are we going? What's going on?
Yeah, Finnegan knows nothing, by the way, what's happened
Oh.
so far. To catch him up.
So, Verd, you want to fill him in?
You mean Weaver?
Weaver, sorry. Weaver, you want to fill him in?
Well, this is a castle. There was a tomb place over there. There wasn't much interesting there, and yeah. Oh, and also,
my DMing can be so much faster with you.
Yeah. Just
also
let Bird
Nomad
go.
cast some spells and he blew up some stuff too. Mostly small
I
things.
think he was. Yeah.
All right, good catching up, Wellborn.
So
They
yeah,
don't
not
know,
much
but-
is not much has happened. We just saw a bunch of tombstones and they didn't really tell us very much. So, and we're close to the ocean. Trying to think if there's anything else that's of in. Oh, and there's no dogs allowed.
Oh,
We don't
Also,
know
there's
why.
these banners. Apparently, it's from the Chileans.
hey, remind me not to ask you guys to catch me up on anything in real life.
Right.
Yeah. You guys are in. To catch up, Finnegan, you are in the Resonator's Respite, which is a ruined castle or sanctuary, basically, that appears to have some sort of spiritualistic element to it, with some chapels, and there's some iconography with some banners and such, with the Shilins, which are the half horse, half dragons, and there
Which
was
is like maybe it's the Resonator's mascot or something. Maybe.
yeah, it's like
Oh,
the
he actually
symbol.
turned. Didn't he turn into one for a while? I
He
can't even-
summoned it during
Oh,
the
okay.
battle. Yes,
That's right. Yeah.
it's a spirit animal thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so not. But yeah, they're right though. Not a ton has happened.
Does somebody just text me? Who does that?
So,
Oh, my goodness.
are you leaving
So-
a note for him, or are you guys gonna just bounce?
We could just wait around for him to come up.
Up to you guys.
It's
It's-
fine
I'm
with
up
me.
for either.
It'll take over an hour. So
Well, we got time to kill, don't we?
How long
in
does
real
it-
time.
How long does it take for me to print a limb?
Uh,
2 hours?
you gonna
should-
help it out?
Oh,
it
maybe you don't.
should-
You might not need to. Wait, was Marcus? Did he die?
No.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming the reason why Finnegan is all renewed and stuff is because he died and got flowered, right? I mean that's the
Mhm.
yeah.
I just
You
assumed
don't
it
know.
happened to you guys.
Oh, and do we have any flowers left?
No?
Uh,
I know I don't. Bird didn't use
hold
his,
on.
and neither did Morcus.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Actually
say
consumes
no.
1 hour a level.
Okay,
I'm gonna say that they did.
they dissolved or whatever, right?
They didn't make the trip.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like you have them, but they're wilted.
Somebody forgot to water them, Nomad.
Yeah. They didn't do
blame
well
me.
with the interspatial travel. They went to space and they didn't like that.
Okay,
The interplanar travel wasn't for them.
that sounds
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. Okay.
Also, for your alchemical metallurgy feat, lists out exactly how you do it.
Where is that?
Features and traits, then feats.
Features and
Yeah.
traits, then feats.
Okay, yes, I was reading the right thing, just in a different spot. So it's
Yeah.
1 hour per level.
well,
And
that's
what level
probably
is
pretty
the
good,
bunny?
right?
The bunny? The bunny is level
No.
1.
No, the bunny's. Wait, isn't the bunny? Oh, did the bunny die too?
The bunny is your new god.
The bunny
The
is
bunny's missing a foot.
A foot.
Although, wasn't it
It has
missing the
been the whole
foot
time.
before we got it?
Yes. Yes.
The
I
bunny
mean-
was missing a foot.
hmm
I didn't remember that.
That's why it's been only levitating and teleporting, and it hasn't
Oh.
been doing anything
Yeah,
else.
you could have been carrying him like a good friend, but no, you just let him use magic.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you can do the bunny rabbit if you want to roll for it. You got time.
Okay, and I roll.
I imagine a
So-
bunny paw
DC
wouldn't take
equal
all
to
that
the
long
level
to
of-
produce.
Let me
Or
pull up
challenge
the.
rating.
I need the challenge rating of the bunny. Hold on, which is
Challenge rating.
Hold
What
on.
does that mean?
Where's the stinking extras? Here it is. The challenge rating Oh shoot, because sorry, this is a custom homebrew. Hold on, I gotta find out. Challenge
I don't even know what a
rating.
challenge rating is.
It's not for you. That's why it's for dungeon masters.
Yeah.
It's basically the equivalent of
What their level would be, everything
level.
taken into account.
Yeah. Hold on. Come on. Where are you? I mean, I'll just say it's 1.
So is he missing a foot because somebody wanted a lucky rabbit's foot?
That's entirely possible.
That was before we got him. We have no idea.
Yeah. Yes, I'll say the challenge rating is 1. For you.
I mean, it is just a rabbit, but it might be a magical rabbit.
So you need
Well,
a
I think I
medicine check.
got it.
What did you get for your medicine check?
24.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got it. Okay. All right. So you're gonna go. I will also say make an animal handling check,
Okay.
since this is not your animal,
Mhm.
to make sure that it comes to you.
17.
That's fine. Yeah. All right. So you kind of like go, yeah, to the bunny rabbit, and it has kind of like droopy eyes and seems kind of just like, okay. It seems pretty chill right now. It's gnawing on some leaves it found, and there's a lot of like vegetation around. It seems pretty content. So it's just like, okay, and it kind of just drifts over to you. And you guys kind of all sit down and you kind of watch Weaver work and do this thing you have not seen him do before, because this is a new thing he was given. And out of his arm comes out a needle gun with a long tube attached to it, and you can see on the inside of his arm is a vial of like this kind of like silvery liquid that's kind of sloshed around a bit, like this molten metal basically. And he kind of takes out like a tattoo gun basically, and he gently takes the animal and he lays it on his lap, and he begins to kind of form this new foot, just kind of slowly, very very meticulously, kind of going back and forth, just creating a new foot.
What a calm rabbit.
Yes, it's being very chill. You know,
Good
and you're,
pups.
yeah, and you, I think that Nomad, you're probably gonna, probably get some food to, some carrots or whatever you can find lying around to keep keep it chill.
I'm going to meditate because that's a thing my class does, even if I don't need it.
Okay, sure, that makes sense. So yeah, and
I
you
don't know what else to be
complete-
doing here.
Yeah, that's fine. And you complete the rabbit's foot, and it didn't really know what was happening until you finish, and you kind of like you tap it, and it twitches, and it kind of looks down at it, not that its foot just moved, and looks up at you, and is like, oh, it's a like this like wide-eyed look, and then it jumped down on its feet and kind of like hopped around a little bit, and then kind of just wandered over and started gnawing on some more plants.
Goes back to rabbit stuff, but with a
Rabbit stuff.
By the way,
But
while
this
this
time
is
he's not
happening,
floating.
Yeah.
I keep looking toward the water to make sure Marcus isn't coming out and
Okay.
sneaking up
Yeah.
on us.
sneaking up on us.
Well, we don't know if he's a spy or not.
Yeah. So after, right around this time, the whirling noise stops, all of a sudden, and you hear some deep kind of like clanking. You get which Finnegan, you recognize because that's what you heard when you first awoken.
Actually, when I first awoken, I heard mariachi band, but that's cool too.
Okay, well, this time around. And you recognize it as the arms retracting.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Hey, the Marcus, the goblin. Let me start that one over. I had a brain fart. All right.
It sounds like one.
That's a literal brain fart. Okay.
Hey, Marcus is getting up.
So you hear them splashing around in the pool.
Yes.
Like, help!
Weaver,
I can't
Weaver
swim!
runs over and helps him out quickly.
Okay. All right, you grab him and you pull him out.
Does
And
he have a new foot?
No.
Oh.
He does not.
Does he still have his
you
wooden
can
one
see
at
it was-
least?
Nope.
Oh.
He does not. Yeah.
Well.
Can you do this more than once a day?
No.
Oh, okay. We probably better not tell him about this then. We wasted it on a
On
rabbit.
Is there any
Like,
wood
hey,
nearby?
hey, why is that bunny rabbit jumping around? I don't know nothing afoot.
You didn't notice that, Marcus. Shut up.
I thought you would come out of the machine with a new leg. So I
Well,
spent my time waiting for you to come up to print him a foot.
apparently not. Jumped into the stick here, man. And he hobbles around and he's just like, wait a minute. And he kind of like moves his hands around a bit, and he just kind of looks down at himself a bit, and he's like, I don't feel right, guys. I don't know. Did you guys all do this too?
No.
Do you guys all feel like really weird?
Finnegan did it.
Like
Finnegan does.
really heavy? Like
I got a new hand.
really heavy?
You
Heavy?
feeling
I don't know.
heavy?
I don't feel heavy.
Are you not
Does
used to
Finnegan
gravity?
feel heavy?
What?
I
Is it
mean,
what?
I mean, a monk has better body mastery anyways, so I don't know what I feel better.
And he kind of like taps his hand like his knuckle on like the stones surrounding the pool, and it makes a pretty heavy sound. It's kind of like almost like a clank. And he's like,
Just his hand.
Hey, hey, Mark,
yeah.
like karate chop something. What happens?
Okay, that sounds like fun. Anyways, and he just like finds like a small like branch and he karate chops it, and with no problem, and it's just like, huh, I didn't even like really feel that too much either.
Oh goodness, we got a real heavy goblin here.
Heavy metal. He kind of like jumped up and down, and he's just like, I feel like springy, but like also dense, like real dense.
Hey,
and he's
Marcus,
like,
come over here. Let me check on you.
yeah, all right. So you gonna perform like a medicine check or something, real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll for it.
Roll.
Okay. And then roll a history check.
Oh.
Oof.
And then I start drooling.
All right. So you don't notice anything apparent, but roll investigation for me then.
So can the rest of us look too?
In a minute.
I mean, I don't have.
Damn, son.
Ter-
I give you 3 chances here.
I know.
It's
great.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know what's up with him.
Hold on. Let me roll an athletics check.
Athletics check?
I
hold
just
on.
picked a random stat.
Is there
that
any
wouldn't
other role I
count.
can give you? That would help.
Medicine, investigation, history.
He did a history already.
I don't think so.
Perception?
Pick him up and he could pick him up and weigh him, and that would be acrobatics. I don't know. Oh, that's athletics.
Perception might help, but he's heavy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Marcus, is it just your hands that are heavy?
Oh
or
no,
your whole body?
no, my whole body's heavy. Like,
Well, try
it's real
kicking
heavy.
something.
Okay. And he kicks
He's
a
only
rock.
got
and
one leg.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay, sorry, but
She's like, hey, come on,
Just
come on.
throw something. How are you strong?
He throws a rock. He goes. He's like, well, to be fair, I don't know how far I threw before. I wasn't like in a baseball league or something.
Well, I
don't-
guess I guess if it's great, we'll know.
it was, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
For a goblin or for the Hulk? I don't know what you mean by pretty good.
I mean, it went pretty far. He throws it off into the woods. It's
He threw it behind a tree where he couldn't see it.
isn't like a measuring stick you can like in an open field either. Like
Well,
wow.
So hold on a second. Here.
Somebody
How
else
this
could try
works.
rolling medicine.
I was gonna try that too, but
Yeah,
had
yeah.
no
I think
idea.
Nomad you could do it probably.
what's your wisdom? Just don't tell me actually.
So hold on. So what do you want me to do? Which kind of check?
Roll
Medicine.
medicine
medicine.
check.
Medicine. Hold on.
Unless you'd
Oh,
have
you-
more
Oh,
history.
0. Okay.
I'll you do medicine, history, or nature.
Oh, well, history I have better on.
All right, roll history.
Okay, let's try history. Oh, 20.
Oh, you don't know shit.
We're just all real confused.
And you're just like,
Wow.
I think he's a frog.
Something we've just never seen before.
Yeah, like a super like dope like Amazonian frog.
Can my
You're always
real
like,
me tell me
"What?"
what? Or can my real me join in and say what's going on? Because I know.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is always the problem with D&D if like the person knows but the character doesn't know. So how's this? You can make your character do something that triggers another roll. And I would suggest going for the arm to help you out a little bit here, right? Because you know that's if you know what I know, then you know that that's going to be something that's different, right?
I don't know.
I had a
and I don't-
suggestion, and then I
wanna
just
touch
realized the
this.
implications of this, and I don't want to suggest it anymore.
Well,
Because
gonna
there's
go
a
with it.
thing that you wrote in my character. And if I were to say that I wanted to do this, I would have to perform an action, and I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
do it.
You can always tell me to perform an action. I love performing actions onto Marcus,
Just do it.
especially when he leaks juices.
No.
All right, can we like
Okay,
walk over so
here.
Mark? Okay,
I
okay.
got a lovely bunch of magnets. Here we go.
Oh, you have
Okay.
magnets?
So Weaver sings
guess.
a little ditty and pulls out a magnet from his bag.
Oh, he's
Uh,
saying the Magnus.
And it's first of all, it sticks to Weaver, right? Because he's partly
Mhm.
metallic. So he has to kind of like throw it, and then it just goes, zoom, and it sticks right on Marcus's chest.
His chest.
And he's
Hey,
just
Marcus.
like, "What the? What?
Can you pull,
what?"
can you pull it off?
I actually guessed this and didn't think
He-
it was the
he-
case.
He pulls it off, with a little bit of struggle. The same amount of effort that Weaver had.
And
Yeah.
hey, Marcus, is it your whole body or is it just your arm?
He like moves it up and down his body. It sticks to like his legs, his arms, his hand, his head. Yeah.
You're metallicized.
I
That's
think
pretty
he was
cool.
printed the same way I print limbs.
Oh.
I mean, so
Except
was
all
I,
of
but
him.
I got flesh. He did get strongified. Ah! Quake,
Indeed.
quake thing.
All right,
Yeah,
I have
so-
a question. Would
Yes.
I possibly have anything that would be like beginner's guide to being a warforged or something like that?
Considering you're a long dead race, no.
Darn.
You would have to tell him with your own experience.
Well, okay, how's this? Actually, you know what?
Or new body parts in you?
You have an owner's manual from back when you were a slave that you kept as a reminder.
Hot Money says Marcus can't
Um,
read it.
And yeah, you have an owner's manual for how to, you're warforged, basically, is what it's called. And you have that you keep
So
as
find out
memento.
Welcome to slavehood.
Yeah, well, it's for the owners of the warforged, not for the warforged themselves.
Mm.
Hey, Marcus, I'll let you borrow this book about being a warforged if you let me borrow your basket weaving book.
Okay, I mean
Does
that
he
sounds
have-
pretty cool.
Does he have a basket
wait.
weaving book?
He does have, yeah, he has the. It's a magazine, I believe.
Yeah.
But
It's like a
he,
monthly
he just
subscription.
got 3D printed and clothes on.
Wait, Marcus.
He does. He does.
Oh.
Marcus, can you read the language that it's written in?
He's like, well, yeah, I think so. I think it's in common. Yeah,
It's just pig Latin.
it's just, it's an older form. It's got some weird like these and thous and stuff, but I think that's fine. And I don't know what this word means, but I think I'll be okay. It's like 10 syllables, but I think we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. That's fine. I'm sure it's not important. I'm sure it's not important.
So do you think you're warforged?
I
How do you
mean,
tell?
I guess so. I mean,
Hey, wouldn't he
Yeah.
kind of be more Wolverined?
and he kind of like he starts drumming his fingers on a log, and I think in thought, and his arm just like pops out like his what's it called? A enclosure in his arm pops out, and thieves' tools just shoot into his hand, like he's freaking Ezio from Assassin's Creed. And just like all of them, they're just in his hand. He's just like, well, that's pretty cool. I can just store these bad boys where, like, in my arm. Like, am I just like, okay, I'm just like a robot. Okay, like that's okay. Well, this is weird. I mean, I guess it's because I don't have a body anymore. Like, you guys all had bodies, right? Like when you were in hell, you all had bodies, right? That's what you guys were saying, I think.
I think so.
But
Where were you born?
uh,
Born in hell?
no, I was not born in hell. Pff, hell no. Hold on.
Did you die the same way we did?
No.
I mean,
Oh no. Hold on. I do have his notes somewhere. Hold on. I have a backstory. Hold on, find it. No, that's not it. There it is. So I mean, you guys probably have the same problem where like you don't remember most things when you're in hell, right? Like, and I think, Judge Ian, do you guys remember things now about your lives, or no?
quite a bit.
Okay, you remember some now. Okay, well, I
Yeah,
think
I
that
remember a little bit.
I still don't remember really almost anything, and that's probably because I don't. My body is definitely not viable anymore to return to. So I think that all my memories are just gone. So yeah, I think that's probably the case. Unfortunately, here I remember literally one thing basically, and I have one memory, and I've had that since I was in hell when I first woke up, and that was my mother singing to me and weaving a basket, and that's been why I've been reading so much about basket weaving, is because I'm hoping it'll trigger more and like kind of like cascade down and like, just kind of jog my memory for my life. My whole life's gone. Like, I remember this one thing, this one stupid thing, and I'm like a baby.
Do you remember the time with us in hell? You remember
Yeah,
those?
no, I remember you guys. I think any new memory is good. I lost my memories when I entered hell, and if my physical form was gone, I don't get those back. Like it's just gone. I'm in a new body now, and it's just I just gotta look forward, right? Like,
So does Marcus look the same as he did before?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he looks pretty much the same. He does definitely look heftier. Like, he definitely looks, dense. For sure.
Dense.
Dense.
But yeah.
Very good.
So yeah, Marcus is a Warforged now. Which is interesting. He's only has 1 foot, unfortunately, but you'll fix that hopefully soon. Hopefully.
Is there any wood nearby I could use to make him a new leg again?
Sure. Yeah, there's lots of trees. Yeah. So you go ahead, and I'm not gonna make you roll for this.
Okay.
Because you'll do the same thing you did before, right? You're replicating the same thing. So you're gonna make him another peg leg. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Like, it's rough, like, not having a foot. I gotta say, I wish that didn't happen randomly for no reason and just at someone's random discretion, on a whim. Man, the gods are rough. But
Does that mean Weaver is your god?
what? No,
That was not in character.
I'm not the reason he's missing a foot.
no,
You-
it's my fault.
Oh yeah, the
Why is
mimic.
he? Why is he
'Cause I-
missing a foot? I can't
Because
remember.
the mimic ate his foot because I just said it on a whim.
Oh, I see. Because you didn't know we were.
Oh
keeping-
yeah, it happened after we left.
After you left, yeah.
Backwards.
And I was like, I mean, he wasn't able to even join you guys, but yeah.
I know. It's right.
Yeah. But I think someone said, "Oh, it would be funny if he followed us," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, he's going." So, welcome to the party. All right, so for taking brevity here, I'm gonna say you guys are gonna head off and explore your surroundings a little more, kind of get your bearings, right?
Mhm.
So, let me pull RR4 up real quick. Okay. So moving further in, hold on. drop this in here. There is a raised fountain with a pedestal at the top and a ramp leading up to it. In front of that, there are smaller pedestals with glowing symbols on them, and inside of the symbols are small leather pouches. And are you approaching?
Wow.
Not me first.
Soup. Was that directed at anybody in specific? Because I was half thinking.
Anybody? Is your party approaching?
What do you do? Insert command.
/ approach. Enter.
All right. So Weaver doesn't. You guys might. Is it just Weaver, or is it just all of you guys? Up to you guys.
I don't trust
Thing
him.
ain't going.
I'm staying back still.
All right, so just Weaver. Weaver feel more at home here. You feel like this is kind of like where you're meant to be, based on the fact that this is the Resonator's Respite, and you've been appointed by him. But so you don't feeling particularly afraid of any like traps or anything here. Feel like it'd be friendly to you. So near the large pedestal at the top, which is you're actually the most because it's the largest thing in the area, there is a safety sign in front of it, and it indicates the proper a fairly lengthy description of the proper disposal methods for dark crystals. It basically says just throw it in. I mean, there's more to it than that. But that's the gist you gather from the instructions. Is this is where you deposit dark crystals.
The heck is a dark crystal?
Those are the things we're supposed to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't remember this.
It's our whole mission is to destroy the 4 dark crystals. Is that right?
There's more than 4.
There's more than 4. Okay, that was my imagination.
He didn't give you a number. He just said the dark crystals. Yeah.
Okay.
And
we were explicitly told this, and I just straight up forgot.
Yep.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
I did too.
But remember, he did rehash it once, so that
Yep.
helped.
I'll chum this up to new body confusion.
If you can,
right?
if you can scroll up to the season 6 recap, you will notice it's in there as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh really?
That's okay. I missed it both when it happened and in the recap.
In the written and verbal recap.
And by the way, I did mention dark crystals when we were talking about. Did you see?
That's when I did
straight up,
hear
I straight
about
up
the
thought you said dark
crystals.
crystal.
Oh no, dark crystals.
Dark.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it
Dark.
until Nomad
Dark
said
or
it.
dart?
DARK.
Okay, I keep swearing I'm hearing the word dart, and I'm like, what?
Sorry, that's probably just me. I apologize. There are no dark. I will not make dart crystals for this game. So I will confuse you. Okay, that will not be a thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But and then let's
So
see.
basically, he found the crack of doom.
Yeah, pretty much. It's where you toss the ring of power, right? Yeah.
That was my guess, yeah.
And so you go over to the smaller pedestals, and there is
The ones in front of in the
Uh-huh.
picture.
and there's also inscriptions there that explain how dark essence capture works. And the basic gist of it is that most evil things contain dark essence that can be trapped inside of a crystal. And then these crystals can be brought back and tossed into the fountain, or the fount, not fountain, the fount, which is the thing in the middle, for renewed strength. And there is a bag of crystals, of white crystals, on the pedestal.
Okay, I don't understand. You're saying the dark crystals are supposed to be thrown into the fount and somehow gives energy to what?
These are
Well,
No.
first off, only Weaver's reading this.
yeah.
That's
but
bad because I'm hardly paying attention. I'm very distracted right now.
From
This is
what
just you.
from what I understood, we
know.
Pokemon the dark
That's the
essence
problem.
out of the bad stuff with the crystals, and then you throw the crystals in here.
Yeah. So the dark crystals, you locate in the world and put into the fount, and they give you power. And
Wait, they give you power when they throw them. You throw them in.
yes.
Okay.
And there's this bag of white crystals that are used to suck out dark essence from evil creatures, and when they get filled and turn gray, you throw them into the fountain as well, and you also get strength.
Oh.
So there are two crystals that are one basically the dark crystals are the big ones, like these big crystals, and then there's these little tiny ones that you can use that will capture dark essence. So basically, okay, so from a mechanic standpoint, just want to be upfront with you guys how this is going to work. This is how the entire campaign works from now on, and I don't want you guys to be confused. Dark crystals give you levels. Okay, that is the only way to level up is to insert a dark crystal into the fount. Okay, just a heads up. However, the white crystals can be filled up by killing things that are evil, and when you toss them in, you get to roll on a chart, and you're given a random power or special item.
A second fork of chickening.
Yes. Only those, actually. It's all there is on the chart.
You get chicken and forking.
Do we have to actually do something to get the power to go into the white crystal, or just when we kill something evil, it just happens?
It just sucks it in. Yeah.
I imagine we'd rub the crystal on them, kind of weird like.
Yeah, you'll just hold it up and it'll get funneled in. So that's how that's going to work. And who wants the white crystals?
Is there
How many are there?
Yeah.
There is 100.
Okay, I will take 3.
Okay,
3?
it's a bag of 100 crystals.
Oh,
He's asking who wants to hold the bag.
Who wants the bag?
I could hold the bag.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
I thought there was
Weaver-
2 bags, one on each pedestal.
Yeah. He hasn't looked at the other one yet. Hold on.
Oh.
Actually, is the person that kills the evil thing the one that collects it, or
It doesn't matter.
okay, so it's just in the presence of.
In presence of, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to. So unfortunately, wait, hold on, it didn't work. That hold on. Yeah. Remove. I can't add 100 things to your inventory and have it not just like make you go insane. I
I
can
had 1 bag.
I can add 10. I'm gonna give you 10 crystals, and
How
don't worry about it.
Can you just do 1 bag and then change the title to indicate the number that are filled or not?
No. Okay, because the way this works is I have add them to your inventory now. If you refresh, it's under equipment. So because they have charges, you need 10 charges to fill a white crystal. So you need to kill 10 things. So
evil things.
yeah, 10 evil things.
To fill just 1 white crystal.
Yes. So I'm gonna give you 10, and I mean you have to return here in order to redeem them. So I'm assuming you won't wait for more than 10 cool things to return.
Okay,
And
that'd be
get
100
prize.
enemies anyway.
Yeah, it's 100 enemies, so I figure that's
100
probably fine.
Enemies.
Yeah, that should be good.
So from our
and-
perspective, it's almost an infinite number of white
yeah, you have
crystals.
infinite number. Yeah,
'Cause we're not
basically.
More than we will effectively ever use.
Yeah. So I gave you 10, and when you capture something, do a ticky mark on the top one, and it'll when you click on it, it has charges, and you can fill it up. You'll have charges, and then you let me know when you have one filled and wish to return.
Okay.
So that's up to you to remember that. Okay, I ain't gonna keep track of that shit.
Right,
Will
but
I
somehow
know easily if the enemy is evil or not?
If it attacks you and you don't provoke it, basically, if it's like a civilian and you just stab it, doesn't count. But if it's anybody with malicious intent to murder you, it basically, and they attack you, they're fair game.
Okay.
Malicious, unprovoked intent.
So Dark Essence isn't just for evil creatures. It's for it also can be pulled out of neutral creatures that have a string of darkness in them, basically, which is basically murder counts. Okay, like if you go find like anybody who has who's doing something evil to you, it counts. So most of the time it'll count, unless it's like, oh well, I just killed a dog. Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
Otherwise we just go start killing ants.
Yeah,
Wait, you said there are no dogs.
This
True.
is dungeon. This is Dungeons and Dogs, though.
Oh, it's true.
It's true, yeah.
Oh, it's the
Uh,
ultimate quest to save the dogs. I understand now.
Well,
yeah, if
that's
we
just
save the
only on
world, we
this.
save all the dogs in the world by default. So yeah, absolutely.
So on the other pedestal, there is a bag that contains other bags. Like they're kind of like just like strung together, basically. There are four
A chocolate
brown.
bag holding bag.
There are four brown sacks, and inscribed underneath this are the words "Satchel of Holding." And there's a card, and there's a card in front of that as well. That says, much like the bag of holding, the satchel of holding can be filled with all sorts of items endlessly. However, the satchel is unique because it is, instead of a pocket dimension that it is tied to, it is tied specifically to the Resonator's Refuge, into specific designated locations. All items placed into this bag will be placed into their designated locations in the refuge. Sorry, respite. I have not changed my thing around. Respite.
Derp.
Apologize. The Resonator's Respite. So what that means for you guys is basically like any food items will go into like a kitchen area, and any money will go into a bank vault, and any weapons will go into display cases. You're
So-
confused by this though because you look around and it's just ruins.
But so what you're saying is that this is not just some weird, nasty, destroyed hub world, but more of a little Borderlands 2 sanctuary kind of dealio.
Yes. Yep. This
so
is
can we pull
I
things
think
out
it's
once
more
we
like
put them in?
yes.
the what's it called? Whatever the mansion was
know.
called in Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, I never played.
Oh yeah. Kind of yeah. But
Basically, it's a place
Is it-
that you restore over time.
yeah.
So this is the way
Uh,
to store things without having to carry them. Is that what this is?
Right. Right.
As
And
long,
yeah,
assumedly, if it can fit in the satchel. it
and
can fit.
the way that the bag of holding works is you say the name of the item, you reach in, you pull it out. If you reach in without saying the name of the item, it does not get pulled out, so no one can steal your stuff they don't know exists. And
cheese and
it doesn't-
crackers.
and it does not have the negative side effect of in normal bags of holding, if you turn it all the way inside out, every item falls out. That does not happen with this.
Okay, so basically, you basically made this up a little bit, changed the rule a little bit from bag
Yeah.
of holding, so that
Yeah, pretty much.
So we could. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So it teleports to a specific location rather than some void, basically.
And is there 4 of them? So we each.
There are
get
4 of
one?
them. There are 4 of them. So
Who's the
I'm
fourth
gonna say
person? Does Marcus get one?
Marcus.
No,
Marcus
give
gets
it to
one.
Raph.
No.
Yeah, Marcus
Yep.
just one.
Just curious, how big is the opening on this thing?
The opening is I
Okay,
think
let me just skip to the point. Can Marcus fit in it? I'm curious.
a person can fit in it.
Hey Marcus, you want to see where you'll end up?
What?
Where you'll end up?
Are
Yeah,
you waiting for him
not-
to actually like
you're
be on board, or are you gonna just do it?
Yeah. Screw it. Hey Marcus, come here. We're gonna see where people go if they. Marcus, listen, okay?
I don't
Hey,
can I back
let
up a
me-
little bit?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
It's
If we
just
need to get out of somewhere, we can go in the bag. All right?
You gonna put it on
It's
his
an
head?
escape plan.
Yeah, but you gotta have somebody who's gonna call you back, so we better not all go.
No. He said it brings them somewhere in this island. It
So-
doesn't just put him in the void.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say just for kicks here, because you're gonna just like he's like backing up, and you just like you just jump at him and you just shove it over his head.
Look, if Marcus doesn't go in, the gnome's going in. But I don't want to be mean to gnome.
So you just shove it on his head, and it doesn't even go all the way down his head. It goes about his shoulders, and then he just goes, and he's gone. and you hear in the distance, "Ow!" And he's
Not
off.
my fault. You're heavy. Learn to land.
He comes a couple minutes later. He comes back, dozens of off, and is like, "So I landed in a tree. That wasn't super great, but it wasn't that bad. It was
Yeah, but just
kind of fun.
think about.
Hey,
just
Marcus,
next
you want to do it
time,
again?
I mean, no.
If you're in trouble, just go in the bag, and you'll be out of trouble.
Yes, but you'll be teleported. You'll be yes. Okay, so these do also work as teleportations. They teleport you to this island. However, they do not teleport you back. It's a one-way trip.
Yeah, that's fine. I
So
just
the only way to get back is that we would call him back, right? How did Marcus
No.
come back?
I don't know if he's.
Uh,
That's a good question.
He can't
Well-
come
Well,
back
could we
unless
technically reach into the bag and pull
he-
him back out?
You can try.
Marcus, and I just rustle the bag.
you're supposed to say his
uh,
name, right?
Yeah, you see,
Yeah, I
the
said
of
his
the
name.
And nothing happens.
But he's already. Is he in? Is he still in there, or has he come out?
No, he came out and talked to you guys already.
The
But how did
bag
he get out?
teleported him. He didn't. He's not in the bag. It's not a bag.
He got
holding, it's a
teleported here
teleporting bag.
because here
Oh,
Yeah,
this
is
is
he's
where
where
it
it
teleported to.
goes.
It
Oh,
goes
I
here.
see.
It goes here.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
like
So
pretty
I
close
get-
to you guys.
I guess
Yeah.
the inanimate objects can work, but if something moves out of where we left it, it won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a one-way trip.
All in the name of science, you freaking
So-
gooch goblin.
You can teleport out of an dangerous situation, but you'll be potentially on the other end of the world. So
Yeah,
that's
we
not
will
super-
always return here, and if there's no boats here, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
Right, but
Uh,
but like if one of us was in trouble, like I could jump in the bag, in Finnegan's bag, and Finnegan could call me back, right?
No, you just tried to call him back and it didn't work.
It's a one-way teleporter bag.
Yep.
Okay.
You cannot
Yeah, but how do
pull
you-
out living creatures.
Only
living creatures.
inanimate.
Okay, but if it was a sack of gold, then it would have worked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is it
That
actually
was an
safe?
important learning
it-
experience.
Is it actually safe here? I mean, somebody
we
could
keep it
steal it from
safe.
here, right?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I
mean,
got
up to you.
something to try.
You don't have to. You don't have to use it.
Mhm.
What's your idea?
So, Weaver reaches into the bag and says, "Fork of chickening." Is that the right?
Okay. Well, it's nothing happens.
Let me look up the actual name of that item, which I'm not. going
Also,
to do.
no one's put anything into the bag yet, so you can't
Yeah,
call
so-
anything out of it.
I
Just
just
'cause it
wanted to know
exists
if I
on
could
the
steal
island-
something from somebody who was here.
Just because it
Ah.
exists on the island doesn't mean you
No.
can have it. It does have to go through the bag.
So are they
Yeah.
like attuned to each person? Is that how it works?
Yeah. also,
No, they're universal.
does it work based on intention, or does he need to say the proper name of the item?
I would say it has to be specific. Yeah. It has
Okay.
to be the actual correct name.
Yeah, I'm not telling you the name of my fork. You can shove off, mister.
Also, if you guys wish to do that as well, you can also change the name of the items and not tell people if you don't want them to be able to grab your stuff. That's fine.
That's pretty sneaky.
Yeah, you can name your sword, for instance, and now you have to call it by that name, right? So,
All right, I'm gonna put my bag of sand in mine.
Where'd you
Okay.
get
I have a bag of sand. I don't know
yeah,
why.
it just does.
Something. All right. Somehow you have to use it in magic sometimes or something. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my bag of sand in mine. Okay. So what happens?
It's gone.
It went through the bag.
But don't I see it at the other end now? Because we're standing right where.
What?
No, you don't know what.
You don't know
It went
where the
to
bag
a-
of sand ended up. It's somewhere
Yeah.
on the island.
Yeah, it's stored somewhere, but you don't know where because it's a large island.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You haven't located where it puts things.
So now I stick my hand back in and say bag of sand.
Yep, comes out.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I guess if you wanted to find out where stuff ended up, you'd have to put something you could track through there, like a GPS. But we don't have that in this.
Or something
that's
large
it.
enough.
Dang.
Or just put a bomb in there.
Or well, Marcus and a bag of sand.
Well, also, different things will go to different locations. So it's not
Oh, okay.
like they all go to one place.
Okay. Because I was gonna say I think I have some magic that I could use that would make a noise.
So also, I will say that
Not
you
working.
notice Nomad, and you open up your bag of sand, that it's wet now,
Oh, jeez.
and there's like a seashell in there.
Okay.
So your bag of sand appeared to have gone to the beach. And you pull back out sand. You pulled sand from the beach. So you now have infinite sand.
Wait, say that again.
You have infinite sand because
How
you
do we-
pulled because it basically your bag of sand went to the beach, and when it came back out, it was filled with sand from the beach.
It added to the stockpile of sand currently on the island, being the beach.
Because you
okay.
had used some of the sand previously, so it refilled it to its brim again, and the top
That
part
was
of it
nice.
is filled with beach sand.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
All right, so
So
as
are you adding that to our inventory, or how does
No.
this work?
no,
We have
it's
to
just
do that, or
it's a feature.
we just
It's
gotta
assumed
remember?
it will be assumed as soon as
feature.
you leave the island that everything is in the bag of holding, or sorry, satchel holding, just for, I mean, right? Is that
Oh,
okay
Seems
for you
you
guys?
mean
basic.
all of our stuff?
All of your possessions will be in the satchel. Is that okay with
Oh, I
everybody?
see.
It's
Okay.
fine with me.
Okay.
I'll
I figured you
specify
guys
if
want
I
it.
want something that's not in there.
Right. Right.
It doesn't take time or anything.
And
I keep the,
everything
I,
except
I refuse to put the fork in the bag.
Because he's
Yeah,
afraid somebody's gonna steal it.
it's fine.
Wait,
I
Uh,
refuse to put anything involving basket weaving in the bag.
Okay. Also, any equipped items cannot go in the bag because they're on your person. They have to be at all time. Like your armor
Mhm.
can't be in the bag, right? Like, that doesn't
Unless you
make sense.
choose not to wear it, I guess.
Right. If you want to take it off, then you can store it in the bag.
Mhm,
That's fine. But yeah, you have this cool bag, and like it's kind of like got like a expandable mouth. It goes out pretty big if you want to put like large items in it.
Oh, kind of
but
like
then
like Mary Poppins bag, right? That.
yeah, it's Mary Poppins bag basically. Yeah. But the mouth of it like expands out like further than it should. Like you can just like keep pulling it out and out and out and out and out. And you can go out to like pretty much like full arm's length basically, like fully extended.
But if I grabbed one end and he grabbed another, could we get it even further?
It doesn't appear so. No.
I was totally gonna hope to stick some giant animal through there.
Otherwise, you're gonna be putting a mountain in there, and I'm be like,
I was
you
gonna
know,
try to capture a ship.
it's just gonna put a boat in there. It's just
Yeah, it's like a ship in a
Why
bottle,
not?
but it's on my island.
it's gonna cause way too many problems for me. That's for sure.
Well,
My
you
name's
at least limit
logistical
the
issues, so
size.
don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay, very good.
So as you guys
Valued.
are as you guys are messing around with this bag, and kind of like putting things in and out of it, and kind of like seeing what happens, and like see how far it goes and all that stuff, you just hear and then a crashing sound, off in the distance, and then some people just like cursing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Oh,
I keep
First,
playing
I
with the
put
bag.
I put the bag away.
Okay.
I just had a devilish, terrifying idea. You put the man in the bag, and then somebody on the island is holding an open bag under where they teleport. They'll just fall forever.
Gonna portal this.
Oh, I see.
Gonna portal this.
Like portal.
I'm thinking with portals.
Yeah.
And then when they reach terminal velocity, you just whew, the bag
You
away.
You just launch him into
Bam.
space.
No. They don't launch into space. They're just gonna right down on the ground.
They're gonna just putty.
Terminal
Oof.
velocity. They're gonna turn into just
Man.
mush.
That's
No,
brutal.
you're gonna make a mess out of our new castle.
It's just gonna be covered in blood.
Hey,
That's-
just dig a pit, and they'll just fall in the pit. Then
That's actually one of the tombstones. It says reach terminal velocity.
don't worry about it.
Okay, so I think we should go. I think we should go find out what that noise was. What do you think, guys?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep playing with the bag on the way there, though. I'm
Okay.
gonna dump some water from my water skin in.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very quiet. We're sneaking up on them. We're not
Okay.
just
Yeah. Okay.
making noise.
Yeah, I won't make you guys roll stealth. But yeah, you're being really quiet. So you come in and you notice that at the noise and continued noises, there's several people talking. Is coming from where Weaver and Nomad first appeared. It's that same place basically. And as you come into the clearing, or as you come towards the clearing, you see there are three men that look rather Nordish in nature, like Vikingish in nature. They're pretty big, burly, have long beards, and it's because they are dwarves, and they have they have a large rowboat with them, which appears to have a broken oar now, and one of them is appears to be the one in charge, and is yelling at the other two and pointing at the boat, and kind of like pacing back and forth, and like he's like, and cursing profusely.
Hey, just, hold on, let me pull
Yes,
up
I
the
speak
list of.
Dwarvish.
Yeah. Oh, I closed the tab of names that start with WEL. Ah. Yeah, don't you? What can you? What are they? What happened? What are they saying?
Can we understand them?
Yeah. Oh, so basically, yeah, he's basically
I mean,
reprimanding
one's
them for
clearly
being.
upset.
He's the leader appears to be reprimanding the other two for being so careless, and telling them to kind of like get their act together, and see telling one of them to go find the others.
Gosh, find the others.
So can we tell if they would be potentially hostile or not?
They're not armed. They do not appear to be wearing. They're wearing like workman's clothes. They're not wearing armor or weapons at all. Yeah.
Well then,
So
the Weaver's going to, unless somebody opposes this, walk up to him and greet them in Dwarvish.
Okay. All right.
Nomad's following.
Okay. So you guys walk out and you greet them, and they look a little startled and they go, "Oh, thank goodness!" And so the leader walks up to you. I need to get a better voice for them. That's not Marcus.
No, Marcus, yeah.
And then everybody's Marcus.
Hello there. My name's Svendrin. This is my boys, Kendrin and Bork.
Hey there, Sven. You okay?
And
Nice to meet you.
you notice as he points to the other ones, they all look identical.
All three?
All three look identical, and you're just like, oh crap. So, we've been tasked with doing some community service on this island with some construction and whatnot. By ye old Ames. He sent us over here on a bit of a contract. You see, and it wasn't 100% what we wanted to do, but that's okay. We go where we're needed. That's kind of what we do. And she points over to the boat and says, we were kind of in the middle of doing something, as you can see. We were actually rowing at the time. So I hope that you could use a boat over here, wherever we are. But we've been tasked with upkeep and maintenance, as well as some construction projects on this here facility. So we'll be at your service for the remainder of the contract, which is, I believe, what was it, boys? 12 months? I believe it's 12 months. You were paid very handsomely for it as well.
So what kind of contract work do you do? What's your specialty?
Mostly masonry. We do a lot of masonry work. We have Bork's a good carpenter. He does some ship work and some, I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. I'm a mason. I don't know. What do you do, Bork? And he's just, and Bork, they all sound the same.
Yeah.
And Bork kind of explains, that he does, stuff for benches and for houses and ship works, and you get the impression that the Bork's the carpenter, Svendik is the mason, and Kendrick is the metal worker. Kind of what they're talking about here.
Oh, I see.
And they appear to be like a pretty, they seem pretty put together. Like these are definitely professionals. You get the impression they know what they're doing. So from a gameplay standpoint, these three guys will be working on Resonator Respite, and making it all pretty and functional for you guys.
So Weaver asks them, hey, are you gonna be offended if I can't tell you guys apart?
Oh no, we get that all the time. It's fine. At least them two. I mean, I'm different, right? I'm definitely like 100% different than them. I mean, these knuckleheads. That's crazy talk. And Bork's just like, hey, I'm the one that looks different. And Kendra's like, oh, sure. You look different. Yeah, That's what your mother always said.
Well, can we like just call each one of you Sven?
And they all each other and are just like kind of glare at you.
That's
and
some
just like,
racism right there.
Well, wasn't one of his names Svendrin?
Yes, my name is
Yeah.
Fenzrin. This is Kendrin, and that's Bork.
Do you
We're
have
not the same person.
Do you have a
So will
group
you be
name that we
offended
can
if-
call you in case we can't tell who it is?
Our eyesight's not that good.
When I came out of the portal, I hit my head, and my ocular sensors have been on the fritz. I can't even tell the difference between that floating thing over there.
If you must be a racist,
Mhm.
then just be say Master Dwarf, all right? That's all right. That's all right.
Master Dwarf.
That's all right. There's no other dwarves here, so it's okay. It's still a race thing, but I'll look the other way. We're getting paid pretty well, so we'll keep on the DL for the whole racism shit.
So so do you know anything about this island? Or actually, is it an? Do you know anything about this place where we are?
Nope.
Okay.
We were rowing out in. Hold on, let me find the name of this place. Hold on.
Like, how did you get here?
We were rowing out in Urat Shah, doing a job. I was just finishing off a job in Repathan, and we got approached by Ames, actually, and yeah, that we didn't know where we were going. We knew the coin was good though, and decided to take the gig. So we've done some work for him before in the past.
So all of a sudden you were just transported?
Yep, just like that. We were
Wow.
in the middle of the water. To be honest, it was a little unsettling. I thought we'd have like more time and we'd like go sail to our destination. I didn't think it was odd. He didn't say where we were going. But I figured there'd be more instructions later on, or it would happen. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird day.
Did he give you any raw materials to build stuff with?
Well, we have a company, and we have our own suppliers, which we'll send word out to pretty soon here. We left some word with one of our other boys, and he's bringing some ships over here with some materials and whatnot for
Some
building.
ships?
Hmm?
So
They'll be about I don't know. What do you think, guys? Maybe a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll
probably
take-
about a month.
you mean
yeah.
they'll come in about a month?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, that's all right though. We have plenty of preliminary work to do. Don't worry.
So I see you have a rowboat.
Yeah, one rowboat with 1.5 oars. One's kind of busted up.
Do you have the skills to fix the oar?
Of course, we got Bork over here. I mean,
Do you have the material?
and Bork looks at the oar and is just like, no. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. The best course of action here is just to make another oar. That's gonna take way less time. And he just like pulls out like a giant saw from his pocket that you have no idea how it got there. And he just like walks over to him and gets to work.
Okay, so he's making an oar for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, what you guys? I'll just say to take brevity that he can make you guys an order like pretty fast. Like they're really good at their jobs. Like they're real
Yeah.
fast.
If Dwarf Fortress taught me anything, it's that any item you can hold, a dwarf can make in under 20 minutes.
Yeah, so they're super fast. And he's just like, there you go. There's your.
Hey guys, I think
Well,
we should learn about the surrounding area, see where we're at.
Yeah.
And
Too. It's time though.
Yeah.
It is-
I'm gonna give you guys like 2 more points then, real quick. So, you guys make your way up to a high point of the area. You can see there's kind of like a natural like incline. There we go. That goes up to the middle, about, and you're able to look out at an open area, and you see that you are on a very small island. It is tiny compared to most land masses. It's like probably 80% just this ruins,
Mm-hmm.
and you suspect that may benefit you in your favor because it's not going to be seen on most sea travel because it's so small.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be like a landmark really for anybody. So yeah, when you go back down to the dwarves who are working away, they're making measurements, and kind of pounding away on and kind of clearing up some of the rubble, and clearing away some vines and whatnot. And they hand off their rowboat to you guys along with the now 2 oars, and you pick up the rowboat. Makes all of you guys because it's a pretty big boat to try and just carry it. And
Yeah, I imagine myself and Weaver do.
yeah, Nomad isn't helpful. He's too short.
He cannot reach the boat.
But Marcus is and Marcus has 1 foot, so Marcus doesn't help either. Yeah, and
I'm gonna no okay. Oh, we'll wait till later. Okay. Never mind.
And so basically, Finnegan and Weaver carry this boat down, and you guys all make your way down to the beach. And as you're doing so, you notice as you're walking down, you notice that it's very quiet on this island. You saw a few birds earlier when you disturbed them, but you don't hear like jungle sounds or like animals or many birds at all, like barely anything. It's very, very quiet, almost like eerily quiet. You suspect that there isn't really a ton of, there definitely isn't civilization on this island, and there really isn't like wildlife either, apparently. Not even like bugs really too much either, which is weird. However, as you walk down to the beach, you hear, yes, Ferd. Anyway, as you go down to the beach, you hear a growing level of skittering sounds. It appears to be like something that's like crawling or digging or burrowing or something of that nature. And it's getting louder and louder as you get down to the beach, and as you get close to the edge of the woods, and right on the edge of the sand, all of a sudden it just stops. And as you came out, you saw some sand flying in the air, like a bunch of sand flying through the air. And as soon as you poke your heads out, the sound stops and all the sand kind of just falls to the ground and it's entirely still. And that's where we're gonna leave it, I guess, then tonight.
Okay.